look up who the best band is in the HBCU. And you
Uh,
don't see Norfolk State.
What's your favorite food at Norfolk State?
Norfolk State, we got fried chicken Thursday, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, we got fried chicken Wednesday. How would you rate your overall experience as a student?
You want me to tell you the truth?
Little birdie told me you spoke at the 2024 NCAA convention.
The fact that I even got to go was a blessing, right?
Hello and welcome back to Echoes of the Yard. I'm your host, Kendyl Terrell, a soccer player at Jackson State University. And the podcast will be all sources for things HBCU. From the guests to the topics, the good, the bad, we're here to talk about it all. For this episode, I'm excited to be joined with Keshawn Lynch, a football player at Norfolk State. Thanks for joining me, Keshawn. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to hear about you. So tell me about yourself, like where you're from, your upbringing. Let me hear a little bit.
Well, I'm from Newport News, Virginia.
Wow.
I've been here my whole life. I guess I could say I traveled the world a lot, like when I was younger. My mom's a RN, my sister's a RN. She got 2 kids. My dad's a police officer. In middle school, I used to play and be in a band and stuff. So I was just like in all different fields. But I guess high school is where I was I started to migrate to sports and be like, all right, football is for me. So.
Did you start with football? Like, how did you start playing football?
Well, I started in Little League, which is elementary school. In middle school, I played basketball, but I was only on the team because my dad was a coach. I was one of those kids, when they get in the game and you make a shot, the whole crowd goes wild. Yeah, I probably scored 2
So,
points the
you
whole
were one
year.
of those, pity cheers.
Hey, we won the championship, though. So.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so when did you realize you were good enough to play in college?
Personally, so my story is different. In high school, I switched 3 schools. Every year I switched a school because I was just trying to play. So ninth grade I didn't play. 10th grade I didn't, but I played, but only played 5 games on varsity. So then I transferred to another school, and then they let me play both ways. And then the last year we had COVID, so we only had 4 years. We only had 4 games. So I didn't really have that much experience in general. So really, once that last season was over in 2021. I didn't really have any offers. I had D2, D3, NAIA, and then I had a PWO to ODU. So I was like, why not just go D1 and then, be a walk-on? So honestly, I didn't think I was good enough, but I was like, just go there and then, just keep working your way up. And then, you'll eventually make a name for yourself.
Okay, so you spent 2 years there and then transferred to Norfolk State? So
yes.
what led to your decision to transfer? Especially to a school that's basically down the street.
That's a great question. Well, for me, I like to make the most of every opportunity because that's the reason I even went there. Because really, I could have went D2 and went to school for not free, but to a certain extent. But I just went there because it's all the people that was there, they were they're either in the NFL or you're going against the best of the best. So
Yeah.
I just left because I was I was never put in a position to play. We had a spring game and 2 people got hurt. So I was a 2. Or I think I was a 3. And they still didn't put me in. The only reason I got in is because some dude, he pulled his helmet off and he hit the other dude with it. And they put me in the game. So, go ahead. Sorry.
No, what was that like for you? I don't know about you, but I'm a very competitive spirit. I don't know. I don't like watching people play my sport when I know I can make a big difference. So, where was your mental at? How was that for you? What was going through your head through that process?
So for me, I think I was just in college to get bigger and stronger and faster. So when you're on a scout team, you don't do what everybody else does. You have 4 workouts instead of 3. So for me, I was just trying to make sure every workout I did, I made the most of it. I was winning. I was beating the people that was starting. I was coming in second. The dude that was beating me, he was 200 pounds. So, but honestly, my mental was just even if these coaches don't like me here, somebody somewhere else will like me. So
Yeah.
I was just why not make a name for yourself and whatever you can do? Keep your grades up, make sure you're good in the weight room, be great on the field. Just try to take everything you can from like this higher up opportunity. So
Okay, so why did you choose an HBCU when you transferred?
um so for me, there's like I just thought I just wanted to pick the best place for me and know that I was gonna play. And then it's just like I don't know. I just was like, why not Norfolk State? It's right here. I don't have to. It was either Norfolk State or Northwestern State, and that's in Louisiana. And I was like, I don't have no resources out there, so just why not be close to home? I know people there. My family knows some of the coaches, so I was like, why not just
So it was
HBCU?
like it was more like a comfort, like just like a security piece, like a safety piece, like for yourself and like how you view yourself as a person. I can relate to that a little bit. My journey was a little bit different. I went my senior year of high school. I graduated in 2020, so I was a COVID baby for real. So like messed up my knee a little bit, so I was out for 9 months. So I went JUCO, and because nobody wants an injured player, so I went JUCO. But I'm so grateful for my experience. And then I went to University of West Florida, and like I got there, and I think I just realized that HBCU was always my dream, and I was doing what everybody wanted me to do instead of doing what I wanted to do. So when I went to Jackson State, for me, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like once I stepped on that campus, once I met my teammates, it was like, wow, like you can either like me or not like me because of my personality, but they never saw skin color, and that was really big for me because I play soccer, so I'm in a predominantly white sport. So you don't see a lot of people that look like me in my sport. So it was just a breath of fresh air for me. Did you okay, so what was the biggest difference between the two schools, you would say?
Um, oh, the food.
What? So what about the food? What's your favorite food that Norfolk State gives you?
Okay, so like it's like the variety, ODU, it's like the good thing that they had was breakfast. Like I can never miss breakfast. That was great. But
Never.
anything else, it was just like, all right. But but Norfolk State, we got fried chicken Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So
What? Fried chicken Thursdays? Hold on. We got fried chicken Wednesdays.
see, that's our problem, y'all go too early. You want to feed us on that Thursday, so then Friday you can enjoy the weekend.
No, Wednesday you have fried chicken. Friday you have fried fish. Come on now. We bougie over here.
See, we got Friday as fish too, but I don't like fish, so I don't really care about
Ugh, ugh. So, like, okay, how would you rate your overall experience as a student?
it. You want me to tell you the truth or what?
Yes, be real as you want to be.
Oh no, no. I just say a 7. Actually, 8. I'll give it an 8. Wait, you said it's a
Okay,
student or
yes,
opportunity?
as a student.
I give it a 6 to an 8. I don't
Six,
know.
7, 8. So we're gonna round it out about like a 7.3, 7.4. We'll give it
Yeah.
like a median. Okay, so now as an athlete, maybe it's a little better. You can be completely honest.
8. Let's just go with
8?
8.
Okay, we'll go with an 8. So do you think playing for an HBCU has made college sports easier for you or harder for you?
Um, dang. Like, you about to make me throw my school under the bus. But it's just like, I don't know if you put this in there, but the only problem with my school is like, it's so unorganized.
Yeah.
So,
Woo, I feel you.
'cause I
Don't
don't
get
want
me
to
wrong.
put my
It's not
school
just
under the
your
bus.
HBCU. It's
I
not just
don't
yours.
I don't want to put my school under the bus.
No, it's like whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you want to talk about. Like, it's not really necessarily throwing them under the bus. It's about your experience.
Okay, well, honestly, I'll say partially the truth, but I think it's different. I feel more welcomed to a certain extent. There was nothing wrong with my PWI. It felt like a brotherhood, if we're being honest.
Really?
Yeah. Only reason I said that is because I knew everybody on the team. Like, I knew everybody's name. Here it's like everybody's like they different. Like they got their own, like they got posses. So there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's like that, but you're supposed to have a brotherhood. That's how you're supposed to win. So
Yeah, that's interesting. So, would you say it was easier or harder?
oh, it was definitely harder because I was new there and I didn't know anybody. And then the way this stuff was ran, it was like, doesn't look too right to me. For ODU, we would have like tutors ready for us in like different rooms. we would have objective sheets. Like if I needed, let's say I had homework, they would take my computer, like my login, and they would like put out all the work I have to do for that week, and then I got check out and stuff like that. But like when I got to my other school, it was more of like, you just kind of on your own. Like it's like you either do the work or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And then the only way that we watch you is like if you failing.
Hmm.
But at ODU, like if you failing, they gonna tell your coach. He gonna put it on the screen. He show everybody. So it's like for me, that was my motivation in the back, cause like I don't want to be put on the screen. I was probably put up there twice, but I made decent enough. Um, I guess another thing is like the weight room, but that's expected. But honestly, it's like ODU. You have like a big weight room. You got nice two fields outside. Um, and then Norfolk State, it's kind of a small weight room, but we make the most of what we got. So I'm not complaining, but it could always be better. And then I would say, I guess I don't know. For me, I say teachers, and the only reason I'm saying that is because
I
like
was just
ODU,
about to ask you, like, what do you think your professors like care more at your HBCU or they cared more at
no,
ODU?
they don't care about me,
Really?
but at ODU, oh wait, okay, I cheated. She caught me cheating, and it was in the dance class, and she was like, I'm gonna let you redo this. I was like, okay, thank you. But I'm at Norfolk State and I missed the exam. And I told him why I missed it. He was like, you need to go talk to the dean of students. My reason I missed it is because my granddad was in the hospital and my aunt, she just got hurt. And he talking about, you gotta go talk to the dean of students. I talked to the dean of students. She talking about, oh, we can't help you because the last day to help you was last Friday. Then I talked to the head dude and I sent him the pictures of my reason. He says, we are declining that. I said, what? Keep in mind, I'm about to fail. So now my head coach calling me talking about, did you miss the exam? I said, yeah. So honestly, I just feel like and it's not even that situation. I just know like ODU's teachers, they more lenient to me. Like they're more helpful and they have more time. Like at NSU, you go to one class and then the teachers gotta leave. They gotta go. You either at their office hours or you're not. At ODU, they can sit in there. They'll help you. Um, I just feel like honestly, I feel like they're
So
more hands on.
okay, so do you think that's more like helpful? Because in my eyes, like I don't even though they're hands on and they like stay after and like is that more like catering and babying to you? And then like at the HBCU, it's like so do you have black professors? I'm assuming
A mix.
a mix. Okay, so do you think like at your HBCU they actually push you to do it yourself and push you to be knowledgeable?
No,
Really
I
interesting.
wouldn't say so. Not at all. Um, yeah, I really don't think so. I really haven't had a professor that's like, you need to do your work if I'm missing it.
You think they're more strict at ODU? They keep you.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
hold you more accountable.
Yes, for sure. Because like, let's say I feel like I did bad. I would have to do like 50 up downs or something. You know what I'm saying? Like they on me. Like it's like you got somebody watching over you all the time. Or like let's say I was late for a lift. I got 50 up downs. But like let's say I messed up in class or talked back to the teacher and then teacher emailed my coach. I gotta do something called Dawn Patrol. But I'm not gonna talk about that because that's punishment. So you know what I'm saying? It's like I had stuff to be scared of, but here it's
Yeah.
like I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? Either you pass all your classes and be on the team or I don't know. I'm just here. That's how I feel. I just feel like I'm here.
So how are you using football to prepare you for like the life beyond college?
That's a great question. But personally, I think I really just be mentoring kids, honestly. Like that's what I do. Like so I work at this place called Norfolk Indoor, and we like it's a indoor sports place, and we like train kids. We do birthday parties, stuff like that. And then I always go to this high school, and I'm a coach there for them for the sometimes, and then I like train with them. So I just feel like I'm just using it to help the younger people, or like that's how I would describe it.
Okay. Okay. So let's now like get beyond athletics a little bit. A little birdie told me you spoke at the 2024 NCAA convention. Tell me about that. I really want to know all about your experience.
Okay, so the fact that I even got to go was a blessing, right?
Really?
So how it happened was I was on this thing called NIL Island with two people. Their name was Christy Dosh and Leah Clapper. So they pretty much selected people to be on it that like us like that actually care about NILs and stuff, and they teach you how to like go from like none to like work your way to get more and stuff like that. So pretty much I was the only person following up with them, like constantly texting them, just trying to figure out what I could do. And then Christy's pretty much said that she liked like my attitude. And then she was like, I want you to speak at the NCAA convention with me. I was like, what? I was
Me?
scared. I was scared. But I've started learning like how to be the best me. And I was just like, God put me in that position for a reason. So I just
Yeah.
take it and run with it, honestly. So
And then, of course, she chose you and wanted you to speak. Your personality is huge. Like, I can tell it's like, it's just really out there. And I think you would make a really big difference. But, like, how was your experience? Like, well, how has your experience with, like, NIL been? Like, how has that been for you?
um Um. Okay. Well, let me tell you just a little bit more about the Arizona thing. I didn't even tell you about like the convention. So
Okay, yes. Okay, go into
I'm
detail.
sorry. Okay, so the NCAA convention is like where they pass like the women's awards for like woman of the year and stuff like that. So really, the first day I got there, I didn't know what I was doing, and then I met my AD. We went to go eat, and she pretty much like told me like how to control the stage and like how to talk and have the crowd on your side. So I was watching videos, trying to figure out how to talk on the stage, calling my mom because my mom used to be a teacher. Side note, being a teacher, you gotta control the room. So really, once I got in there, it was like four different rows. I got a picture if y'all want to use it as B roll, but it was
Okay.
four different rows, and I was like, oh Lord. They was like, you ready? I said no. They put the mic on me. I was like, is this on? I'm so nervous and I'm shaking and stuff. I'm talking fast, but then I just like started to get used to it. But I feel like it was a great opportunity, and then after it was over, we had like this thing at night where everybody comes to eat, like everybody like that's there. And everybody was coming up to me and they were like, you did so good. Do you mind if I use your video to show my students? And then one dude was like, I've never even heard about NILs. I'm like, what? And you the AD? But yeah, that was definitely a blessing for real. So
Wow, I love that. I love that for you. Okay, so we can't control a lot of things in our life, but we can control how we respond to opportunities. So, how would you say you've made the most of your opportunities?
just being persistent and consistent. Like let's say Um, it could be anything, honestly. Like, let's say I go to your business to go eat. I would just try to talk to the manager. I literally will ask the waiter, "Where's the manager?" Like that's just me. Or if they have a career fair, I don't look at that for a future job. I look at it as an NIL opportunity. So I just
Mm.
I just I just use everything that comes to me. Or like let's say you just posted an NIL. I'm gonna ask you how you got it. So it's like I just gotta figure out like how people are getting it, or and how can I push myself out there? Because you gotta think about it. NIL is really word of mouth. Because it's like if I'm a brand, you be like, I like that basketball player at that school.
Yeah.
They gonna want to talk to you. So
Okay, so what advice could you give to like other HBCU student athletes or future student athletes when it comes to taking advantage of opportunities presented to them?
honestly, I just say try to one put yourself out there and make a name for yourself. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't play, you can still make a name for yourself off the field with your grades, with the people you talk to, like how you treat people. Because like let's say you lose a game, and then you just walk in the locker room and someone asks you dap them up or something. I could be the owner of Tesla or something. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to talk to me. So it's just like making the most of every opportunity that like comes to you, and then just trying to take advice from like other people on your team. But if no one on your team has it, I don't know, just ask around. 'Cause that's what I do. Because nobody on my team or my school has NILs, honestly. So,
Okay, so before I get to the last question, is there anything about your story that you would like to share? Like something that you think would genuinely impact people? Because like my story is like when I was 15 years old, I lost my dad. At a really young age. I'm the youngest of four. My mom is a single parent, and it was just honestly such a struggle just trying to balance the her paying for all of us. I have a twin in the same year, like same age, getting us to college. Like we were more the type of family like you got to find a way to get to college or you're not going. So we were very like big in the athletic world. So anything you want to tell me about like growing up? Like, how it was with your family? Like, anything?
So really, um, I just give all my credit to my mom, my dad, and my uncle, right? So my mom, because she worked 3 jobs when I was a kid. She was a
Wow.
foster parent, a teacher, and she was working to be an RN. Now she's RN. And then my dad and my uncle, because my uncle took me to the gym 10th grade all the time. He was like always there. Like right after practice, we go straight to the gym. And I was stronger than most people. Then my dad, he didn't really take me to the gym, but he was definitely my motivator, and he always talks to me every day and stuff like that. No discredit to my sister, but she don't really get involved in my sports, but she still support me heavily, when it comes to everything else. But what people can take away, or like what advice I have for people, honestly, I just feel like to go from high school and walk on to a D1 school and then just like make it out. I'm not saying you can't make it out, but I just feel like anybody else can do it, because like, I got 26 NILs, and counting. We going up. I went
Yeah.
I
I
went
love
to
that
Black
for you.
Student Athlete Summit. I went to Athlete Con. I spoke at the NCAA convention. I spoke in my school, so I just feel like if I can go from a walk on to be able to do stuff like this in a year, then I mean honestly anybody can do it. Honestly, like you just gotta put the work in. I'm not saying that nobody deserves it, but it's just like everybody's different. Everybody's upbringing is different. So
Right. So our last question is presented by our sponsor, Cricket Wireless. So shout out to Cricket, a proud supporter of HBCU culture and community. How has going to an HBCU influenced the person you are today?
um, I just feel like it has made me learn who I am as a person and like help me embrace my culture more. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's different coming from PWI because you don't have to learn about African American history classes. Like that's the first thing I had to do when I got there. Like I didn't know the Statue of Liberty was somebody else before. It was a black lady. If you didn't know that.
Really?
Yes, yes. That's one thing I did learn. Everything else went through one ear and went through another. But but yeah, and then I feel like the coach, like the family, like the fans, they're always supportive. So like I feel like I have somebody always in my ear. Like that's one thing that the HBCU culture definitely brings, and the band.
The band. It's not the Sonic Boom, but
I
you
mean,
know, the
I
Sonic
mean,
Boom played for
I mean,
Usher, so
At the end of the
and
day,
Drake.
you can look up who the best band is in the HBCU, and you don't see Norfolk State. Y'all
But
not.
who played for Drake and Usher?
That's cool. Y'all not playing in the Christmas Day parade though. Like what? What are we talking about? Ain't
I
no
love that.
comparison. Unless y'all fan you, then you can talk. But we play them first, so but I don't talk much.
Mm. Well, thanks for joining me, Keshawn. I enjoyed hearing your story and thank you for sharing with our listeners. Listeners, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more Echoes of the Yard. Thank y'all so much.